Hey guys, what if I told you there's a place so secret, so insanely exclusive, that even having $1 billion doesn't guarantee you a seat at the table? This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's not some made-up movie plot. It's real. And the craziest part, you've probably never even heard about it. But the richest people in the world, the ones who literally shape how the planet works, they're not just in business meetings or on super yachts. They're gathering in private, in hidden locations, talking about things that affect all of us without us even knowing. And in this video, we're diving headfirst into the gates of those secret clubs. What happens inside? Who's invited? And most importantly, why are they meeting in secret at all? But to understand how deep this rabbit hole goes, we need to rewind a bit. Imagine this. You've just made your first billion. You're on top of the world. You own multiple houses, a private jet, maybe even a rocket company. You feel like you've made it. But suddenly, out of nowhere, you get a call. It's not from your assistant. It's not from your banker. It's from someone you don't recognize. Speaking in vague terms, they say something like, "There's an event happening next weekend. You should be there. It's important." No address, no official name, just coordinates. Just an understanding that this isn't optional, not if you want to stay in the room where the future is decided, so you go. You're flown in, probably to a remote island or a secluded alpine resort. Armed guards, facial recognition. Inside? Not cameras, not reporters, just the world's most powerful people. Casually chatting over champagne about artificial intelligence, pandemic preparedness, asteroid deflection, and yes, how to stay rich when the rest of the world burns. This isn't fiction, it's reality. And they call it different names. Some call it the Bilderberg Group. Others mention Bohemian Grove. There's even newer. More underground gatherings, some completely off the record, with no digital footprint. But they all share one thing. Their invitation only and money alone can't get you in. You have to be chosen, so. What's really happening inside these places? Well, let's break down one of the most infamous gatherings, the Bilderberg meeting. Every year, around 120 to 150 of the world's most powerful people, CEOs, presidents, royalty, defense experts, AI leaders, meet behind closed doors. No press, no transcripts, no public statement. They discuss things like global security, energy transitions, biotechnology, digital currency, all the stuff that literally decides the next decade. And the world. You just find out after it's done. It's like if the Avengers assembled. But instead of saving the world, they're deciding how it runs. And then there's Bohemian Grove, located in a massive redwood forest in California. It's where US presidents, billionaires, artists, and defense contractors go. Not to relax, but to connect, to plan, to align. Rumors say that the Manhattan Project, the thing that created the atomic bomb, began with conversations there. Now here's the wild part. When you look at all these gatherings together, a pattern starts to appear. Because at these secret clubs, the same topics keep coming up. AI, who gets to control it? Digital currency, who's making the rules? Mars colonization, who gets to leave Earth if things go wrong? Maybe the most disturbing, how to survive a global collapse. Yup, we're talking about underground bunkers, private islands, personal militias. And if you think that's exaggerated, just know this. Billionaires are literally buying missile silos and turning them into luxury apartments underground, stocked with 5 years of food, air purification, and escape tunnels. But here's the twist. These secret clubs aren't just about survival. They're about influence. The people in the room decide which tech startups get billions in funding, which countries get support, which laws are lobbied into existence. Because there's no cameras, no records, no accountability. All perfectly legal. Now imagine being one of the people who's not invited. Imagine running a multi-billion-dollar company, changing the world, and still being left out of the room. That's how exclusive this is. And for the average person, we're not even on the map. That's why many CEOs like Elon Musk Jeff Bezos, Peter Thiel, have tried to create their own versions of power. Circles, Musk's dinners with political figures, Bezos's private conferences, Thiel's closed AI summits. They're not just meeting for fun. They're trying to shape the narrative before someone else shapes it. For them, and here's where things get darker, in recent years, there's been a rise in billionaire-only clubs that don't just meet, they build, literally, cities, islands, private nations. Take Blue Estate, a floating luxury city project being marketed to the super rich. Or Prospera, a private city on an island in Honduras with its own laws. Or even The Line, a futuristic vertical city in Saudi Arabia, being backed by ultra-wealthy investors. These are no longer just clubs. They're entire civilizations being shaped from the ground up. And guess what? You're probably not invited. These billionaire utopias come with biometric scanning, luxury housing, AI-run infrastructure, and zero government oversight. Some even require you to sign NDAs just to visit. It's the equivalent of building a gated community for the future. Now let's pause. Why are they doing this? Why would people with everything, money, fame, access, want to retreat into private cities and underground bunkers? Because they know something? Or at least, they think they do. Whether it's fear of social unrest, climate collapse, economic instability, or even AI turning against us. The richest people in the world aren't waiting to see what happens. They're preparing. They're investing in exit strategies, and the rest of us are busy scrolling. Now, I'm not saying this to spread fear. I'm saying it because there's a huge gap growing between people who shape the future and the people who live in it. These clubs, these bunkers, these meetings, they're not just about being rich. They're about staying powerful. No matter what happens to the rest of the world, and the question is, are we okay with that? Because here's the truth. For the first time in human history, a small group of people has enough money, data, and control to rewrite the rules of civilization, and they're doing it not in public, not on Instagram, but inside secret clubs, behind closed doors. So the next time someone says it's just a billionaire having a dinner party, ask yourself, what are they really planning? Because when the world changes overnight, you'll want to know who was in the room the night before.